It was a Tuesday when my manager Sharon gathered the whole team for our weekly meeting. She stood at the front of the conference room with her reading glasses perched on her nose and a printed email in her hand. Apparently, someone in accounting had been printing excessive amounts of personal documents on the company dime, and Sharon had been tasked with solving this problem. Her solution? A brand new print policy. From now on, she announced, no personal documents may be printed on company equipment. Any printing must be work-related and approved by me personally. She looked directly at me when she said the word personally. I had printed the previous week's cafeteria menu for my lunch planning. That was apparently a personal document. The next morning, I arrived at my desk to find a sticky note from Sharon. Please come to my office regarding the new print policy. I walked in to find her sitting behind her mahogany desk, looking like she'd been waiting for this moment. I've reviewed the logs, she said, sliding my recent print history across the desk. You've printed 17 documents this month. That's excessive. I'd opened my mouth to explain that 12 of those were actual work reports, but she held up her hand. I don't want to hear excuses. From now on, you submit every print request to me for approval. Fill out this form in advance. She handed me a 3-page approval document. And one more thing. I've disabled the printer in your floor's break room. You'll use the one in my office. She smiled. It was the smile of someone who thought they'd just solved everything. For the next 2 weeks, I followed the rules exactly. Every document I needed to print, I filled out the 3-page form in advance. Then I walked to Sharon's office, form in hand, and waited while she reviewed it. Request number 47, she'd say, reading aloud. Quarterly report charts, page 17 of 23. Approved. Then I'd stand there while she watched me print, 1 page at a time because she'd unplugged the automatic feeder. One morning I needed to print a 50-page presentation for a client meeting. Sharon looked at my form, did the math, and sighed. This will take all morning. It did. I missed the client meeting. The client left. My boss called me into his office to ask why I'd missed an important presentation, and I showed him my approved print request forms. All 47 of them. He stared at them, then at Sharon's office down the hall, and rubbed his temples. The following Monday, Sharon called another team meeting. Her face was red and she wasn't wearing her reading glasses. Effective immediately, she announced, the print approval policy is suspended. You may print what you need within reason. She'd apparently spent her entire weekend approving requests and had been called into the VP's office to explain why 3 client presentations had been botched that week. As she dismissed the meeting, she caught my eye and pointed a finger. But you. I smiled and walked back to my desk. On the way, I noticed the break room printer had been re-enabled. I poured myself a coffee, printed the cafeteria menu, and ate lunch at my leisure. Sometimes the best revenge is just doing exactly what you're told, one form at a time.